Oh, I forgot how cute you were in the cup.
I I was just thinking, well, not exactly the same thing. I was just thinking, I don't remember me being carried in a cup of coffee, but there you go.
You know, have you
No.
ever watched our intro before?
What intro? I,
You never
I
paid attention
I
to me.
must have done in the past. It's been a while since
It's
I've
been a
seen.
while since we had a coffee time, babe.
Indeed, yes.
So
And
long
I'm
have you
old.
showed
My
up.
memory's going.
Yeah. Well, hopefully somebody will come. They'll remember we're here.
Well, there's 4 people, possibly including yourself, there. So
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I don't see anything. Oh,
I can
okay.
see
There you are.
Zebulon 181. Hi there.
I
And
have a
Jason,
feeling
good morning.
Jason's been up since last night. Hi, Jason.
hmm
Hey, babe. Hey, Zebulon.
And the possibility of just another nut, but that was a post from 8 hours or 7.5 hours ago. So,
Yeah. In normal people time.
and Dalek Beck, hi.
I was hoping you showed up, babe.
Haven't seen you for a while, young lady.
Well, she was here for New Year's for a
Uh-huh.
minute. Yeah. New Year's is always so confusing now that we have people in almost every freaking time zone. Oh my god. We need somebody from Guam, I think, and Hawaii, maybe. And we'll cover most of the globe time zones.
hmm
Well,
Uh,
actually, we could have 24 people and to do it, but no.
mhm.
Let's not get crazy. Hey,
And
Jamie.
hi, Vintage Video.
He's in
Yeah,
the branded account.
milk with 2 sugars. Heathen.
I got my coffee.
I don't actually have a hot drink at the moment.
What?
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
you're breaking the rules. Where's your apple tea?
I do have a drink.
What is it?
It is apple and mango squash.
Oh, okay. Apple and mango. That sounds actually lovely.
It is very nice. Yes.
Now, the apple tea can have hot or cold. Can you have squash hot?
Um,
Probably not, right?
some you can.
Really?
I wouldn't. I I don't think most of them would be okay hot. There's one, however. I mean, other brands are available. There's a product called Ribena, which is blackcurrant,
Ooh.
and that is actually very nice hot.
It sounds sort of like the base for. Do you remember A Christmas Carol?
Context would help an awful lot.
The actual story, Christmas Carol, with the Scroogey guy and everything.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not read it,
At the
but I
end,
know the
when
basics.
Scrooge has, you know, made
His epiphany.
amends, he's talking
hmm
to what's his name?
Tiny Tim,
No, the employee
Jacob
guy.
Marley.
Yeah, he said no. That's his old ghost of an
Oh,
ex
Bob
partner,
Cratchit.
Cratchit. Yeah, he
God, how
says
do I
to
remember
him,
these things?
"Oh please, it's a Christmas Carol. It's not like something from 84 million years ago." Anywho, I would have remembered. Anyway, what I'm saying is, there was
hmm
this drink. He said, "I'll meet you later. We'll talk about this later over some steaming bishop or something like that. I don't know, but it's an actual drink,
hmm
and there's different ways of having it. If you use different, it's a mulled wine type thing,
Right.
and
Yeah.
but it has like um to make it because I was watching Tasting History, of course. You put like cloves and
Yep.
some uh citrus and put it in, and you warm it. And using different wines and stuff, you can have like a bishop, a cardinal, or
Right.
a pope,
hmm
steaming pope, I think. Um, and there's one other with champagne, but I can't remember who that is. Anyways, the current sounds like it would be part of it, because it's one of those deep,
No,
earthy.
because it's nice. Mulled wine is. Well, I better.
This one seems nice from
Yeah.
what the recipe was, except for the cloves. I hate cloves. It seemed nice.
I am at a bit of a disadvantage since I don't actually like red wine to begin with.
Well, there you can make it with champagne
You probably shouldn't.
and white wine. No, you can.
Mm.
They have it for centuries, so don't judge what you don't know.
I was just also thinking a sparkling wine being heated is not going to be
Yeah,
that.
but it's not like
popular.
they're boiling it.
Mm.
It's not gonna blow up. It's
Mm.
not gonna have some kind
Yeah,
of
it's not a huge fan
fat
of mulled
thing.
wine, but
It'll be like it'll turn back to like just white wine.
mm.
The sparkling will be out. But I just think it looked, and he said it was very nice, but it looked like it would be so Christmassy to drink it.
Mm.
Because we used to put the cloves in the citrus fruit just for like decoration and the scent. You know,
Yeah.
it was a
Mhm.
nice scent. I hate cloves, so I wouldn't want to eat it or drink something flavored by it. But I guess you
I
could put one clove in.
I don't mind a bit of clove as flavouring.
Yeah.
My mum used to put them in apple tarts
Yeah. Yeah.
occasionally, and
There's different things that they belong in, but it's weird. They're very hard and scary. Because you can pin them into the citrus fruit
yes,
just because they're hard and sharp. That's something I want in my mouth.
it's not the fact they're hard and sharp. It's just the way the clove
Yeah,
actually
it's
is.
hard and sharp. You pin it in. It's a
Mm,
thumbtack. It's a natural thumbtack.
yeah,
I've used
um,
them. I know.
and they're good for toothache as well.
Wait, you put the
Cloves.
how? What do you mean?
Um, you, not
I can
the.
all I think of is like spiking your gum with it. Oh,
Say, no. Sort of not your sharp end. The other end that's got the little claw on the bulb thing in it. Apparently chew on that.
yeah, cider's nice warm. Have you ever had warm cider? Wait. And by cider, I mean our cider, not yours, honey. Wait,
Um,
both actually could be drunk warm, huh?
mulled cider is. Again, I'm not a great fan of cider. I love apple juice. I don't like cider.
Oh yeah. Tell me about your mom, Dalek. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm glad she had a nice Christmas and New Year. Wish her the best for me.
Zebulon apparently likes Earl Grey hot, mostly because of Captain Picard.
Absolutely. I grew up on that. I grew up on tea, not coffee. So the fact that I drink coffee like it's water now is crazy to me. My whole family drank tea, both
Right.
sides. I don't know what happened to me. Don't ask. Probably the concussions. I don't know.
Mhm.
Actually, there's a boyfriend I dated that the only good thing out of that relationship came my love of coffee.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
And
And I used to love making coffee for people and I'll admit it, I don't mind. I don't care what anybody says. I like making sandwiches for people because I used to work at a deli. It was my favorite job I've ever had because I got to make food for people all day and
and
feed them.
yet you still don't know that you butter the bread for sandwich.
Stop it. We're American. We don't do that. Damn you. We use mayonnaise like real people.
And Dalek had to get her frozen toffee latte iced coffee.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like a night. Does anybody remember the coffee culotta? Not the culotta that Dunkin' Donuts has now. The
Sorry, the
coffee
what?
culotta.
I don't
It
even
was
know
a
what that is.
specialty drink from Dunkin' Donuts called the culotta, and it used to be made with coffee as a base. Now they make it with just the flavorings and crushed ice, and it's too cloyingly sweet. When it had coffee and espresso in it, it was nice. Um, it was it was almost like a milkshake made with you had just enough of the vanilla coffee taste, but it was like cold and like a shake type consistency. Very nice, very nice.
Mhm.
Don't drink them anymore since they took the coffee out of them. I wonder if if like they would make me a coffee colada.
Well, you could probably get one and order the coffee and the espresso on the side.
Yeah, but they whipped it in a machine. Can you tell
Okay.
me what Dalek said?
Yeah, in a sec. Zebulon says it'll take a hot pastrami on rye.
Okay. I have no.
And Dalek says that her mum had Christmas and New Year with her grandsons.
Oh,
And for her 71st birthday, she's going to be going to the mid-south coast this year.
nice. I am so happy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I made a great sandwich. I still do. When I have good deli meats and cheeses. But out here in Colorado, they don't know how to cut their meat, deli meat. It's thick. Unless you go there and you show them what you want and tell them and watch over them as they cut it. I have no idea. Well, they need some New Yorkers to come out here and show them what a deli is. So if anybody wants to do that, I will keep you in business. I'm telling you, bring Boar's Head meats. But yeah, I haven't found good deli out here since I moved here 13 years ago. It's so sad. I miss my delis. That's all I want is a good deli. A good deli can make all the badness go away in life. A good sandwich. What's your favorite sandwich, babe?
Me?
Cheese toasty?
No, I'd probably just say a decent cheese and pickle.
Excuse me? Cheese and what?
And pickle?
Pickle, like the cucumber turned into something else?
No.
No. Okay, that's why I asked.
Yeah. Again, it's one of these two countries separated by a common language. It's the condiment type pickle, the Branston
Relish?
pickle. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. We call that relish. We don't call that
Mm.
pickle. Pickle is the crunchy thing that you bite into. A dill, you might say.
Yeah.
And now the pickle you use is a sweet or spice, like tart dill.
Sweetish.
I don't like sweet pickles. I like the dilly pickle.
Or cheese and mango chutney is good as well.
Yeah, I've had that because he sent me the mango chutney, guys, and that's lovely. It is. It's a different thing than I've ever had before. Because that to me, I don't know, I never would have put them together. Actually,
I wouldn't either, but somebody persuaded me.
Well, first of all, I never would have taken a block of cheese and cut it for a sandwich.
Right. How would you have your cheese in a sandwich? Grated?
No, sliced on a deli cutter.
Oh, okay.
Thin.
Right.
I can't get it that thin with a blade, you know. Like a knife.
Somehow I don't trust you with a large sharp knife.
I used to. Well, you know what? I was never allowed to use a slicer either.
Yeah, I don't trust any female with a large sharp knife anywhere near me.
Right? No, but I was like 14, 15 years old, so it was liability for the guy.
Right.
He cut all the meat, and I just made sandwiches. But it was beautiful. I do miss that job. I don't miss the guy I worked for. He's an asshole.
Right.
Like the type of guy who likes to smell his own farts. Like he just is so high on himself, narcissist. But he was good. He was a good cook. I gotta give him that.
I think Zebulon is in the same boat as you. He says he lives in the Midwest now, and these people don't know what good food is.
Yeah.
And Dalek says got some more news later this month. She's going to be a foster mum to a 10-year-old ragdoll cat.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Ragdoll. I don't know breeds of cats. I'm sorry. I know a few because they stand out, like the Mancoon, which is like more like a dog than a cat, isn't it? And I know Persian because my ex has two.
Siamese?
Yeah, Persian Siamese, whatever they call them.
Oh no, the breed Siamese.
Yeah,
you know that one as well.
Well, I don't know if Persian and Siamese are two different ones because they look very similar to me.
No, Persians are very, very fluffy.
Siamese, okay, then it's a Siamese.
Very short hair. Generally a very pale brownie with a black mark.
It looks exactly like the one out of that Disney movie, I Am Siamese, please.
Ah,
We Are
right.
Siamese.
Yes, that's the Siamese
It's a
version.
they call him a chocolate, I think. I don't
Right.
know. But he's got brother and sister. One's totally black, which is rare for a Siamese, and one is the classic that you see. They're gorgeous. He paid like $2,500. Um, and they're very vocal. They're like the husky of the cat world.
Right.
I love a vocal animal though. I would love a husky or a
Mm,
shepherd or maybe I'll get a
yeah,
Siamese cat.
there's a kind of a limit to that, I think. I mean, it's cute, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't want it all the time.
Oh no, like a husky would be too much. You should never have a husky in an apartment, especially.
Mm,
It's not an apartment dog; it's too big and athletic. But just the vocals would
mm,
destroy your neighbor
yeah.
relations. It's just, no. But yeah, I just want one of everything. I want or two of everything. I want to know Noah's Ark of
I was
animals.
about to say, are you about to build an ark?
Yeah, you don't know how to disable one? What? What?
Um,
What? What's wrong?
yeah, I'm not sure where that
What's wrong, Jolly?
disabled on what. You were talking about cats, and hopefully you're not disable a cat.
No, definitely not. What? Get a pet alligator?
Hi, cat.
Hey, Cap. You know what? I had a roommate who had a baby one. Yep. It was about last time I saw it. It was about 13 inches long. Yeah,
That's what she said.
it was growing up. That's when I had Sid, the water, the lizard,
Hmm.
and he was much bigger than the alligator.
Right. And as a callback to a previous conversation, I can imagine stomping up to you, going, "Make me an alligator sandwich and make it snappy."
No. Oh, he went to the gym.
He's
Did
just
a lot.
finishing off the gym. Yeah.
He used to be addicted to long walks. Now he's addicted to the gym. I don't know which one's better or
Is he
worse.
also addicted to pina coladas and long walks in the rain and whatever the hell that song is?
Cute. Good to see you, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to see you there. Oh, stop.
Dalek is recommending not to get a blue or red healer if you don't know how to handle them. Yeah.
You know what? My neighbor, one of my neighbors had one here. 301 had one for a while, and they got it during the lockdown, and then went back to work, and the thing just sung all day, screamed. It sounded like it was making it sick. It was so sad. Like total separation anxiety. So I tried leaving notes saying, "Look, your dog is howling, crying all day, and I'm worried about it getting itself sick. If you want, I'll watch it while you're at work. I'm not complaining. I feel bad for the dog."
Mm-hmm.
But they just ignored me. So finally, I talked to the manager, and they talked to him because it was just not fair to that dog. They moved out soon after.
Well, that's
Not-
one good
not
thing.
sad. They were horrible people.
Mm.
But I do believe they adopted their dog out. So
Right.
that's good. The reason I got rid of Veruca is because this is not a place for dogs. There's no grass within a square mile of the place. You know, I just can't imagine people keeping an athletic dog here. And it's hard to make the best decision for your animal, but that's the most important person in the relationship,
Mm.
the animal.
Yeah, I mean, I had something like that a couple of years ago. A neighbour apparently took in her mother's dog for the day or what have you, and one of the first things they did was go out, leaving the dog
Oh, God.
alone.
Oh God,
and it
poor
was just
baby.
constantly barking.
Yeah, of course it was.
And normally, if
You don't
there's a
dog
noise,
sit and then leave the dog alone.
normally if there's a noisy neighbour, they play music a bit loud, I just think, okay,
Right.
it's just for a while.
Yeah, it'll go away.
Yeah, it will go away. But with this, I thought, you know what? I care more about the dog than me having a bad neighbour. And I did sort of call up, and the person on the other end of the phone sort of saying, "Is that a dog I can hear?" And I was saying, "Yes, yes, it is." And she's saying, "Oh, that sounds bad." Yes, yes, it is. And of course, saying, "Well, we can't actually do anything about it. You need to call somebody else," and etc., etc., etc. So eventually, I just left a note on their front door saying, "Yeah, this dog's been howling, barking all the time." And I did actually, when I came back after I went out, I did actually bump into them, and the note was still there because they'd only just got back themselves. And I did say, "Look, it's really bad," and I did get very close to reporting it, just so you know.
Yeah.
And they were, "Oh well, we didn't leave them for long."
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah, you did.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
Like they find a kid in a hot car. Oh, I was in there for 3 minutes. No, you were in there for over 30.
Mm.
But if you like huskies or dog stuff in general, there's a channel I watch called Levi the Husky Rescue. This
Uh-huh.
woman rescued a husky from Iran, who previous owner abused it and threw it out a second-story window when it was a puppy.
Well, hang on a minute. Sorry, a husky in Iran.
Iran, yeah.
Well, that's abusing it in the first place, isn't it?
No,
It can't.
actually, that's a myth
I mean, I
because
know it's
that
not all
undercoat
hots
of
all the
theirs.
time.
No, I'm
Naturally.
talking about the dog itself. The
Hmm.
undercoat that they have, that thick undercoat, insulates them from heat and cold, not
Right.
just
Okay.
cold.
Right.
And she takes him to the beach all the time, and he loves it. He sunbathes harder than she does. Um, but yeah, Levi has the best life of any dog ever, and the whole channel is just about him and his and the love the life he now loves. From when she first got him, she shows the whole process of him realizing he's safe and coming out of that scared shell of his. And she almost lost him from tick-borne disease, but um, she's like one of the best, like next to Cap, one of the best animal owners I've ever seen. The way she loves her animal, her and her I don't know, boyfriend, fiance. Oh, now married.
Hmm.
They're now married. Like I've never seen somebody so sad to go on a honeymoon because she was leaving her dog for 5 days. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a great channel. You should check it out if you like huskies and funny stuff because it's pretty funny. The husky has quite the personality.
Mm-hmm.
He's a diva.
And
Um,
for generic dogs, that Jauncey Dev channel.
hmm And also, Girl with the Dogs. If you like watching grooming, that's funny. She grooms all animals, actually. I saw her groom a potbelly pig last night.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Potbelly pig.
Right. I got the pig bit, but I didn't get the first bit.
Yeah, that's scary because, like, if it's mad and bites you, you could lose fingers
Hmm.
right away. Like, they can eat a human, so
Yeah.
and leave no bones. Make no bones about it. Ah, sorry, but she's done.
That was almost humorous.
Fuck you. Oh, that's gross. So, but like last night, I also saw her groom a duck. Go figure that one out. That's right. Why
Um,
would you groom a duck? Right?
well,
Right? He was disabled.
you okay? You gonna say you probably shouldn't, but yeah.
No, he's disabled. He can't groom himself because he has no use of his legs. He's in a wheelchair.
Right.
God damn. But he's at a sanctuary, and yeah, so he can't. So she does. Just, I mean, I've never seen an animal that enjoyed its grooming so much. You put him in water, and it's happy as fuck. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So she just put him in some clean water, and that's it. Really. Let him sit there for a while.
Do we know what type of duck it was? Not that it's particularly relevant.
Just a white one.
Was it an albino?
No, it's a duck. It's a fucking duck. Donald's cousin. I don't know. A white duck, yellow bill. I don't know what it is supposed to be. Fucking duck. There's breeds of duck. I know there's ducks and there's geese. That's all I know. And swan. Duck, geese, swan. That's what I know. And they all steal sandwiches. They're assholes. They're just assholes.
Well, surprising enough, there's probably more breeds of duck than there are of geese than there are of swan. But
what trumps
it's a
duck?
fair few. What trumps duck?
Yeah,
gold plating it?
What? Cap said Trump's duck? I don't know Trump had a duck.
I
don't understand what you're saying.
So a bit of explanation there. They're being a bit gnomic there, Mr. Cactus.
Yeah, what duck?
Donald.
Oh, fuck. He's not the only Donald that ever lived, thank God. He just ruined the name for everybody else.
Donald Pleasance?
Donald Duck?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only other two I know.
Well, at least Donald Pleasance existed.
So does Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Just because he's a drawing doesn't mean he doesn't exist. He's got a voice. He's been around for, what, 50, 75 years? 75 years?
No. Zebulon, yes, I think there are black swans. So the ballet
is based on an actual animal.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of the characters in that now, but I can't. Not that it matters.
But I saw a video where a guy, well, I don't know what country it was in, but there was these two huge swan and their little swanlings. I don't know what they're called. A lot of babies were on a busy ass highway. So the guy, I don't know why he picked one of the babies up, but he's trying to put them, force them over to where the water is, like away from the road. And they're going real slow because they're not going to take their eyes off of you now, dude. You're holding one of their babies. But he did save them all because they would have gotten smushed.
Right.
And he risked his own fingers and eyes, picking the actual adult swans up and putting them over the barriers so they could get to the water. They would have never made it themselves. They would have been stuck on the road. So good for him. I love people who stop and help an animal. I do.
He's lucky the swans didn't go for him. But
I don't think they would have attacked with him holding a baby. Maybe that's why he picked one up.
Well, yeah, even approaching them with the signets there.
Sometimes animals know that you're trying to help too. A lot of times. And we've all seen those videos where they've come looking for help from humans for whatever mate of theirs or even their human owner. There's a potbelly pig whose owner had a heart attack. She ran out into the road and played dead until somebody stopped and followed her home. Saved her owner's life. Pigs are very smart. Stop it. You stop it, sir. Tell them about my beautiful gift.
It's your gift. You tell them.
Okay, let's show them a video of the guy first.
Okay.
Which one? Not the candle cake. No. No. I know who you are, so no.
Just pick one at random. Okay. Just a short, I would have said. Go for that.
While I'm pulling one up, does anybody know who B. Dylan Hollis is? He's a creator. He bakes stuff. Very funny guy. Powder cake. Yeah, this is weird. Okay. Oh, I did it perfectly too. He does a lot of shorts. Here it is.
He started off in TikTok, didn't he?
I don't know, actually. I've seen him here for years.
Hmm.
And he does all things from history, just like tasting history, only with a more comedic bent. Here we go.
A powder cake from World War II. This has to be one of the most interesting recipes I've come across. We start with 1.25 cups of powdered eggs. That's right, eggies
Ugh.
can be dry, crusty, ashy. Cup of 4x sugar, just dead people talk for powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Whisking together with 1.25 cups of warm water. It smells like eggs, but at Goodwill. Some hand-me-down eggs. Pinch of salt. Sifting in a scant cup of powdered milk. Watch out, y'all, she gone powder wild. 2 teaspoons of floof powder. And 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. Get yourself some lotion. Whisking thoroughly. And into a greased 8-inch square. Ribbons. $3.50 for 35 minutes. Did you notice anything about that?
There's no fucking flour in it.
Mhm.
Yeah. No flour or any alternative. $10, it comes out an omelet. Wow.
Right?
It's a pillow. It's a pillow.
Huh.
It's a pillow pet.
Nah. You can't think of
Squidgy. I'm impressed, but I reckon it'd confuse many. What are you? Flavor, eggy. Texture, chewy. It's novel. A powder cake.
Yeah. That's the best thing you could come
This
up
is day
with.
2 of taking the internet
Mhm.
at
Nice.
Oh, this is that one I told you about. Levi. Here you go.
how to raise. Oh, come here. Come here. Okay, come here. Ready? Can we put this on, please?
One eternity later.
Oh, you're a good boy. Hey, come here.
Wait, so don't use the collar? Well, thank God I brought his harness.
Perfect. I'm not going to pull on that. What's the play here? Your harness is on the ground over there because I dropped it when you ran at that bunny. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. People are always trying to tell her how to do her dog. Like, you know, like,
This is day 2 of taking the.
see, they're always trying to tell her how to raise her dog. She's done a lot of research before she even got the husky.
Well, there's a lot of
It's
people out
great.
there who,
Animal owner.
yeah, there's a lot of people out there who know things, and there's an awful lot
Yeah.
of people out there who have opinions on things.
Oh, wait.
And
I'm going to do that again because he usually does the work for me and shows his book. So let's
Right.
try again.
Cracker bread, 75. Yes, it's fall again, which means it's time for baking, rewatching Twilight, ruminating about your profound lack of physical touch. We start with a whole box of graham crackers because leave it to the Americans to make bread using anything but ingredients for bread. Crush them all up. This is roughly 4 cups of crumbs.
He is in the
Add 7
Bahamas.
tiers from artisan bread makers. Into this, 3 teaspoons of floof powder. Boop, mix. Now into a separate bowl goes 2 chicken eggs. Oh, thank heavens you specified. I was at risk of using my locally sourced ostrich eggs. Facetious little shaky. Now for a 15-ounce can of pumpkin. If you don't have a can opener, that's quite fine. You could always resort to barbarism and begin communicating using only vowels. Can't hide from me. Beat. Combine. And that's it. Basically 3 ingredients. Into a greased loaf pan. $3.50 for 15 minutes to an hour.
Come on, show your book.
Can I show you something? It's my cookbook. Oh,
Hey.
sorry.
So this is the whole reason I'm doing this. This book came to me today by Amazon and Simon. Thank you, Simon. I love it. It's a great addition to my Content Creators I Love series of books on my bookshelf. I have Casual Geographics now. I have his. I have this gay content creators, gay Boy Scouts handbook, and who else? A few others.
there's nothing. Yeah, the almost overwhelming desire to make a camp joke about gay Boy Scouts.
Well, yeah, that's what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to show you his car. Here it is.
The pros and cons of one of the largest, most absurd American cars in history, the 78 Continental Mark V. The styling. This car is low. It is long. She has a massive hood, functional fender louvers, and a faux
The
tire
king-size
hump. It
bed.
is insane. Despite its size, the Mark V has the nerve to only have 2 doors, and backseat space is laughable. Up front, though, these seats are the most comfortable I've ever sat in, and I don't just mean in a car. They are 8-way power couches and can seat 3 across. The car itself is almost too big to park, though, and to show you some context, here the front of my car is in line with the full-sized Grand Cherokee, but where the SUV ends is where I'm sat, with still half of my car
Oh my
behind me.
God.
Driving it, you will notice that the ride is peak, and nothing floats better than Mark V's. Just don't try to turn, lest you slide out of the passenger seat and into Kansas. You do get a giant and simple 6.6-liter V8. It just makes 150 horsepower and gets 7 miles to the gallon. But hey, you get a Cartier clock and some nice gauges, just no cup holders at all, if you can live with that. The pros.
Yeah,
How many miles to the gallon was that?
like 7.
Yeah.
I swear
I
to
saw
God,
that.
it's horrible. But and it is like one of the largest damn cars America's ever made and shipped out anywhere.
It's a
I
land
don't like
barge,
that.
basically.
It floats when you drive it
Mm.
and you ride in it. It floats on air. That's something, I guess.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you, Saoirse. Good to see you.
Hi, Saoirse.
Zebulon says that he had a half husky, half German Shepherd, and it was the smartest dog he ever had.
Well, yeah. Well, they're both extremely smart,
Mm.
willful dogs, though. Shepherds are my favorite dog.
I still can't really fully get into the habit of calling them German Shepherds because for the first 30 or
I know.
40 years of my life, I called them Alsatians.
I don't know. We never did, so
Mm.
that's a British thing, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
maybe it's just a posh British thing because I know call them German Shepherds too.
And our friend Taipan says every dog has a different personality and needs to be
Yeah.
raised differently from the next dog.
Yes, of course.
And
And
also,
the point she makes.
yeah, how do Americans get so little HP from a V8?
Well, it's not that. It's the size of the damn thing. It's an apartment. It's as big as your damn RV, babe.
Mm.
Like it's huge. They call them land yachts for a reason.
I would have said land barge. 'Cause it's,
You can live in a car like that. Like 4-bedroom it is. Like it's huge. Have you ever been in one of those, Simon?
I must admit I haven't.
Oh my God. First of all, he's right about the back seat. It's horrible. Last time I was in one, I was a kid though, so it didn't bother me too much. Although I was 5'6" in 6th grade. However, yeah, they float, man. You don't even feel the road under you. It's the suspension system on those was amazing. But I digress. This all started because I was trying to show you the book. The book, it's the book that's amazing. And I love it. And yeah, it's got some really funny recipes and anecdotes. His
And,
humor is in it.
and it does contain some of the worst ones as well.
Well,
Not
yeah,
just the
it's
good
good
ones.
and bad. You know, he
Mhm.
is his humor. Oh, Mr. Ballin. I have Mr. Ballin's book too. Yeah, I'm getting quite the collection. Because there's a few content creators I want to support. This is the best way to do it with their books and merch.
Dalek says somebody called Hubert did a fantastic shop video about Anzac biscuits. Would they be sort of hardtack type biscuits, Dalek, if they're Anzac stuff?
Are they something like a graham cracker?
I'm
Graham crackers are very tasty.
Hmm,
I mean,
I'm going to guess from the fact that she said Anzac, that's the armed forces. So I'd imagine
oh,
they would
okay.
be.
Sorry.
So that's why I positive they could be hardtack style.
Yeah, I don't understand that stuff. Like, it'll keep you alive, I guess, but
Well, the thing is, you've got to store it for a long time, and it's got to be in different conditions. So it's got to be fairly inert. So it's growing mold and stuff, I suppose. But
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
The rations and stuff, emergency rations they had for the armed services.
I wouldn't call them emergency rations. Basically,
All right.
there's-
Well, this
uh,
one said emergency drinking water. They had them on
okay,
certain planes and
okay,
bases and shit.
uh-huh.
Something like 74 years it's been in that can. Would you drink it?
If there's no other alternative, probably. If
Hmm.
if I was a 4-hour flight away from somewhere, No.
Okay. Because Nile Red's cameraman came in with a can he bought off of Amazon or eBay, and so they opened it up. And this boy will put anything in his mouth now, right? He wants to taste everything, which is not good for a scientist.
oh, I think I might have seen this, but carry on.
Let me grab it because it was interesting.
I,
Because they opened it and they tested it with scientific shit. What is your guess is whether or not it was drinkable? Yes or no?
I think I've seen it, so I'm going to keep quiet.
Okay. I'm looking for it.
Jason's opinion is, no, he wouldn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta
he-
figure the can that it's in is coated on the inside to, not rust and stuff. I would assume they think of those things, right? And it's emergency drinking water, so it's gotta stay like any of the rations. But I always thought that shit was okay for forever, but I guess not, because like I've seen that guy who eats old rations and some of them are just not good anymore.
Right.
But
It's
how
there are
bad
so
could water be?
there are so many different possibilities. As you've said, the container itself, not just
Oh yeah,
effectively what it's made of, but
I found it.
but also the fact, is it going to end up being mildly porous to outside influences? Is it going to crack
Here
somewhere?
we go.
Let alone what you actually put in it.
Ready?
Check this out.
Great.
Emergency
Yeah.
drinking water.
Yeah, I found it online. It's from 1962, so it's 62 years old.
Okay.
Nice.
And I wanted to know if we can test it to see if it's still drinkable.
I am thirsty, so.
This water hasn't been open in 62 years.
Ooh.
That's what.
Yum.
And again, an issue of the context. If it was distilled water, that might be better.
Ugh.
But if there's any, but if there's
Oh,
any
no, I don't-
contaminants in the water, yeah, it's going to.
Oh, no, I don't feel like
It's not the water.
I'm not
bad.
feeling nearly as good anymore after seeing that. Oh,
Oh,
why? Yeah, that's
it wasn't the water.
that's not good. Oh, it's because the can corroded. Look.
Oh,
So
And what did they make cans out of back then? Think there's a little lead in it? Really?
Again, that's down to
We
what's
dip
it
it
made
in.
of.
for 2 seconds. 1.
Oh god, it's so brown. It was like
then
swamp water.
30.
and then
Oh,
what?
You compare it.
I don't even put my fingers in
Okay,
that
so it's
shit.
been about 30 seconds. So it's actually this way. So we can look at the chart. No alkalinity. The pH it's a kind of acidic. Wait,
Yeah.
detects no iron. Copper? Nothing. Lead? No, it's got maybe a little bit of lead.
There's a little bit of lead.
Mercury?
solder?
No, it looks like nothing. Zinc?
There's some zinc in there.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of zinc in there. And there's no fluorine. Okay, so it just looks like we have a little bit of lead.
Oh, lead.
there.
Yeah.
So we do a sulfate test.
Who's that gonna hurt,
1,
right?
2. I feel like it changed. And if you actually look, as it gets lighter, it means there's sulfates. It looks like it's definitely not 0. It's like here-ish. No, maybe there, right?
Yeah, around there, I would say.
Okay, so it's kind of okay. Let's do the bacteria. Wait, what? I don't think we're testing it for E. coli.
Why?
Use the 2 ml dropper to insert the water. Seal the bag, press flat, and cover the test patch. Keep the bag at room temperature for 48 hours.
Okay, no. We don't have to test it for E. coli.
I mean, I think whether it has E. coli or not, it has lead, and
Yeah.
it also just looks horrible.
Yeah.
Should I taste it?
No.
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 Do you think he does? Knowing him.
I don't think he does.
Guys in the comments? Taipan watches him, I believe. Do you think he watches it? Or drinks it?
Jason says he's drunk from ponds as a kid and he wouldn't touch that stuff.
Oh! It's pretty ugly, isn't it? All right, let's see. Let's see if he does it, guys.
Are you sure?
Yes. We're done.
Sorsha thinks he's that
We're done.
stupid.
This kid, I've seen him put stuff in his mouth that, you know, as a knowledgeable guy as he is, should never do it.
I'm gonna taste it.
Dude, don't.
It's just a little bit of lead, but also maybe a little bit of E. coli.
Bro, it's not worth it.
If there's just a little bit of E. coli, just like a little taste,
Nah,
you know?
dude, you don't want that. I'm telling you.
No,
I'm cutting.
I'm just gonna do
So
it.
you
I'm
can't help
fine.
I'm just
yourself.
doing it. I'm just
No. Check
No.
this out.
He doesn't do it. At least he doesn't show us that he does it. Maybe for liability purposes, I don't know. But yeah, that's some ugly water, guy.
He'd probably be okay with it, but best not to.
No, yeah, nobody should drink lead. Really. You shouldn't eat it. You shouldn't eat it. You shouldn't drink it. No lead. No lead in your diet, please. Except for the supplements, maybe. If there's supplements for that.
Except for the what? Sorry?
Supplements. Take supplements. Don't take actual metals in your body.
Right.
Like that kind of thing is no good. No good.
Sorry, I thought you were suggesting that eating lead was good for somebody.
No, God no.
Sorry, I just.
I said take. I meant take supplements. Don't.
Oh,
drink
right.
that
Okay.
kind of- Yeah.
Right. Yes.
E. coli is bad too. I don't want E. coli.
Well, Jason says, well, he is Canadian, so he's got free healthcare to save him if he does.
Yeah. I mean, I love that channel. He's really smart. He owns that whole lab. It's his lab, and quite. He makes money on that channel, and as an educator, so he's got plenty. He's got amazing equipment that you never expect a single, just a young guy like that to have. Stuff that real big labs would have. He has, so he's doing well, and he does things just to educate people and get them, excited about what's this?
Chemistry.
No.
So Sorsha says it killed the Romans. There was lead in their plates and drinking cups.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We just watched something, Simon and I, about plumbing in the Bronze Age. The Minoans had working plumbing. They used terracotta pipes. I thought the pipes came from Roman society, but nope, the Minoans had it, invented it.
Pretty freaky.
It's amazing to me. Like
Because-
they had a pipe for clean water and a pipe for waste. Never the twain did meet. And they said when they were dug up and found, nobody believed it because it was so well done. They thought they were forgeries, modern forgeries. The joints were still perfectly done. Like you wouldn't have in PVC pipe today. Amazing. Back then they cared though, so there's that. And it was simpler too. There's one pipe for each going in and out, not a bunch.
Yes, Dalek, there was lead in their plumbing. And bit of trivia, that is why plumbing is called plumbing, because the Latin word for lead, as indicated by its chemical symbol, Pb, is plumbum. So that's why plumbing is called plumbing, because they use lead in the pipers.
Yeah. Well.
God, I know a lot of trivia.
He's so proud of himself. So yeah, I'm hungry.
Well, it's still
Welcome.
early for you, so and you haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, but no, of course not. But I can't make. I don't want to make any more hash browns until I, tear down the air fryer and clean it out on the inside because Brandy's never done it.
Uh huh.
So I can only imagine the crumbs burnt on the bottom of everything. So
Is
it
there
felt like it was
some
burning yesterday?
is there some easy way of cleaning it out? I mean, like a lot of toasters
Yeah,
have a
there's
crumb
a
tray at the bottom.
crumb tray and stuff. Yeah,
hmm
but I want to take the tray out, the mesh tray that they sit on, and
Uh huh.
I guess I could use the rack if I wanted to. Yeah,
The rack. Sorry, what?
like a regular rack that you'd have in your oven. They have one like that. I've been using this mesh tray instead,
Ah, right. Okay.
which I don't know why she used. It was in there what she used, but there's like a billion pieces to this damn air fryer that I got. Uh, it's like it cooks 21 different ways. I don't know 21 ways to cook. It's sous vide. How's an air fryer sous vide? That's water. I don't get it, quite frankly. Don't get it. But I can't read the manual either, so there's that.
Well, that'll help.
Well, yeah, but then again, you just gave a blind girl a book, so
Yeah, I know.
congrats.
Yeah, I did it with the full expectation that at some stage you will be a good girl and get your blood sugar under control.
I'm trying. It's not that I'm
and
not a
have
good girl.
eye surgery.
I don't know what's going on. I try,
Mhm.
but I can't get the help I need, and I'm not gonna get into it right now because
Yeah,
it'll
well,
piss me off.
so we
'Cause
live
these
in hope for
people
that.
stuck out here. Simon's new name is Simon Cox or Brian. What?
Brian Sackboy.
Ah, cute.
Yes, things can only get better, Taipan.
Better what?
Sorry?
What are you talking about?
Brian Cox.
I don't get it.
You know who Brian Cox is?
Yeah, a scientist.
He used to be in a band called D-Ream who came up the hit Things Can Only Get Better.
Oh, wonderful. I'm still hungry though.
Which the Labour Party used as a theme song
Okay.
some years ago.
I want eggs and toast.
Eggs Benedict or
Just eggs and toast is fine. I'm not fancy. I very easily pleased. Simple eggs with some toast. Over easy.
silly question.
Yeah.
Are eggs Benedict named after Benedict Arnold?
No. They're not. They're not an American dish even, I don't think.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who they're named after, but it's not Benedict Arnold.
Okay. He's one of the few historical Benedicts.
Benedicts
that
you
I-
know of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why people think, but I think it's named after the chef who came up with it or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very presumptuous to name a dish after yourself.
I don't think he did. I think maybe somebody else did.
Uh-huh.
In memory. But that's what the Egg McMuffin was in the beginning.
Named after Mr. McMuffin.
No, it was an egg. It was Eggs Benedict on a plate. But when it became very popular, and they had to make it to go-ish, I guess, and so they took the holiday sauce proved too hard to make, and make with any consistency by all the different people who'd have to make it. So they took the holiday sauce off. They put it on English muffins, and voila! Put a piece of American cheese on it. There you go. The Egg McMuffin as we know it today.
Uh-huh.
And McDonald, the guy who owned McDonald's, Ray Kroc, said he'd never have breakfast well, money and the thought of money, I guess, won out because one of
Absolutely.
his franchisees said, "I want you to come and try this new thing I have," and it was the Egg McMuffin, and changed fast food as we know it because after McDonald's breakfast was so popular, Burger King started, Taco Bell started, everybody started, Wendy's. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet.
And you've also got whoops.
What?
Taipan saying here's an idea. Everyone here order 6 pies each for AMG.
No, don't. I do have the gift certificate all sorted, so I'll be ordering mine today. My meat pies are coming soon. Brandy got hers, never told me. But that's okay.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. I understand. We're different people, that's all. She ain't gonna get none of mine, though. Never again. None. Sorry about it. I'm gonna get greedy with these.
Well, good.
I told them when I said, can you please help me get these for $25 into one big one? I said, by the way, I love your product, and it was introduced to me by one of my closest friends in Australia. And since I've fallen in love with them and eat them correctly, as I might say, I've turned like 4 people onto them as well. It's breakfast, Jim, but not as you know it. Yeah, I'd eat one for breakfast. Hell yeah, I'll eat a Australian meat pie any time of the day. Any time of the day, 3 times a day, every day. And yeah, I will eat them with. I don't put. I have tried them with ketchup. I do like them, but I don't put it on the whole thing. I have ketchup to dip in because I like it both ways really well. So
Mm-hmm.
Tim Tams, yeah, those are messy as fuck to eat them the slam way, but I think maybe if you do it and then maybe eat it with a fork or something because they're fucking messy. The Tim Tam Slam is not for the weak. Because if you don't slam the whole thing in your mouth, it disintegrates in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I found because you pulled hot coffee through it. I guess you could do a tea too, but I do.
Probably almost any liquid you could probably do it with. I mean, how good it would be, I suppose, depends on your taste buds.
Yeah, Jason has his. You gotta try ketchup on a bite at least one time. Dip it in ketchup, or put a little ketchup on the bite you're about to eat. It does take it to the next level, I think.
So, would you say that would be eating it with relish?
I eat them with relish, whether or not there's ketchup.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the thing for you guys that like ketchup. We're leaving Simon out of this one because he hates anything with tomato. Hunt's and Heinz ketchup, or any ketchup other than Heinz, I say not the same. Heinz is the best. It's the gold standard. Brandy says ketchup's ketchup. I say nay nay. Nay nay, I say. They are different. Hunt's is fucking deep red, dark red. Heinz is a brighter red. I think it's a tad sweeter. To me, Hunt's and the store brands taste like just unflavored tomato sauce, while Heinz tastes like something. Anybody else?
Dalek is
Oh,
opinion that
no.
there's too much sugar in ketchup. Tomato sauce is better.
Wait. You didn't. No, I will not. Thank you. Moving on. No, I have to disagree with you, my dear sweet Dalek, on this one. I love Heinz ketchup more than anything. I will not eat anything but Heinz. I even collect the dippable packets from Chick-fil-A. I get them when I get anything at Chick-fil-A, so that I don't have to buy them, because you can buy them. So I have them when I go have any kind of food out. So I always have Heinz ketchup with me because it's the only ketchup for me. There is a difference. It's not the same tomato sauce, or the ones that are tasted just like tomato sauce. It's just not the same on a burger as the Heinz. It sings. It elevates the food instead of just adding tomato. Because I'd rather have a fresh piece of tomato on it. What?
What is chick thinking, AMG?
Chick-fil-A, I think is what she meant, right?
Possibly.
Chick-fil-A is what I meant. Did I not say it right?
Possibly.
I was talking fast. My bad.
Possibly with accents and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and possibly networks and stuff like that. Yeah, might have been misheard.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, I meant. They have packets that you can peel back the top, and they're dippable or squeezable. It's really great. Oh, no. Taipan just
Taipan
love.
agrees with his fellow Aussie. Well, I can understand that. And yes, that's what Dalek was confused about, the Chick-fil-A.
Do you have Chick-fil-A over there in Australia? Or down there in Australia? Because I don't know if it's gone everywhere. Do you have it, babe?
It's one of those things of, I would say no, but I'd probably turn out to be wrong. So I don't know. Probably
Cat
somewhere.
So, Cat might know. Like, he goes to cities more. No? It's still kind of a small chain, even though it's big, because I think they keep it small almost. It's never open on Sundays because it's a Christian organization. I think for a while you had to be Christian to work there. It was crazy. Very lockstep thinking in that company.
Wasn't there some?
Yeah, they didn't want gay
Chick-fil-A
people around.
recently?
They didn't want gay people to even eat their food.
Right. Yeah.
So some drag queens made a song called "Shout Out at Chick-fil-A." Some of my favorite drag queens made the song, I should say. But yeah, I don't care. It's the best chicken on the market.
We apparently have some in London, at least.
Oh, okay. Oh, I meant to tell you, there's a not often used or well-known free museum under London.
St. Bart's Church?
It is a church, yeah, where with there's a model of Roman London made in the 60s, but it's missing the amphitheater because they only dug it up under your big hall in the 80s. So
right
after, let me see if I can find the.
Okay, take care, Taipan. It's got a storm.
I'll catch you later, babe.
Rolling in. Okay.
Oh wow! Please get this. Did you say storm? Get to safety. You said there's a storm rolling in?
Yeah.
Why is he in a hotel? Where are those people who are supposed to get you in a hotel? Oh. All right, here we go. I found it. Very interesting, and I'd love to go, and I hope you can go there for me. You ready? Hidden Free Museum in London.
Many people know that literally minutes from the Tower of London is an amazing underground museum, and it's totally free. This is one of the things I always recommend people to go and do whilst visiting London. So if you
I
go
believe
to
most
All Hallows by the
museums
Tower
in
Church here,
London are free, but
oh, that's cool. Here, All Hallows by the Tower.
Right.
Church.
in 675 AD and head inside the door. The church nave itself is wonderful and worth a look around, but if you go down these stairs, you'll find yourself in the old church crypt.
No.
Down here, you realise that London really is a city built on a city built on a city. This is a section of tessellated flooring from a Roman villa, for example, now way below the street level. This is a Roman gravestone that was found nearby, and other Roman artifacts such as makeup pots and lamps. They also have stonework dating from the Anglo-Saxon period and lots of little medieval artifacts on display. They also have this amazing model of Roman London made in the 1960s. It shows the River Walbrook running through the middle, now one of London's lost rivers, as we call them, buried beneath the city.
Because
the
they're
city
built
wall around
on
the
top of it.
outside as well,
Why
of which
people
there
do
are a
that?
few surviving chunks in the modern metropolis today alongside the glass and steel. This model is missing one tiny part, actually, which is the Roman amphitheatre, where Guildhall is today. The ruins of that were only found and excavated in the 1980s after the model was made. They also have little vaults down here, once used to hold bodies, now used as a sort of mini chapel. Most of these layers of archaeology and history were revealed during the Blitz. The church was gutted by incendiary bombs and restored after the war. And this, for example, is one of the old church doors, charred and broken by the flames.
That's beautiful, all that stuff. And women throughout the ages, all the same. Makeup pots, love it. But why would you build over a river? So if
but the thing is,
you dig down, will the river still be there?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
There's about 4 or 5 lost rivers. I mean, the Walbrook, the Fleet. You've heard of Fleet Street?
Yeah.
That's because the River Fleet runs along it, or nearby.
I don't get it.
The thing, look, when you build upwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if a previous city falls into disrepair, whatever, you build up. So your ground level slowly rises. Water level doesn't. So you build above, over.
It can't be good for whatever's directly above it. The moisture must eat away at it.
It's probably okay. I don't know. But
Like, how do you build a street over a river? Do you just put dirt in it until it builds up?
I don't know. I don't think they actually dam the river or block it up or anything along those lines.
I don't get how you do it.
I mean, I wasn't. As old as I am, I wasn't around
I
at the
know.
time they did it, so
There's
I don't
gotta
know
be
how they
a
did it.
documentary or something, right? We gotta find
I'm guessing
how they did that type things, you know?
Well, I'm guessing there's got to be somebody somewhere who's got a definitive opinion about it, or there's facts about it. But they were all done at different times, I would imagine. So different reasons, different methods. So don't know.
I mean, because if they know they're there, they have to know how they did it. They must have dug down or something. Because how else would they know they're there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy to me that you would build over rivers when water is so important to a city. Like in Venice, one of my people's cities, they had to create a way of getting fresh water. You guys just build over them. You have so much.
I think you're possibly over envisaging how wide these rivers were.
Well, it looked big to me.
I don't think a lot of them were that big.
Oh.
They're
So
more
this one was probably the bigger one.
Yeah, the more there are tributaries into the Thames.
Mm-hmm.
Not that means they're big or they're small, but I don't think the rivers were as big as you think they were.
Okay.
And sadly, I think a lot of them were used as a sewage system.
Well, the one from the model, it looked like that river was pretty damn big and Maine, and they built Roman London around it. So, the amphitheater was pretty amazing. They're still finding shit. I love that.
Well,
that's what I love about Europe. You know, you have all the history there. You know, we dig down and we can find some Indian artifacts. That's about it. And then dinosaurs, I guess. You find civilizations You know, I love that more than I can tell you with words. Like I totally felt anchored. I felt rooted when I was in Europe, in Italy mostly, because like people have been there forever, you know, and
Well, a long
my
time,
people
certainly,
have been
yes.
there. Yeah, like since people have been people, almost. Like I'd love to go to Egypt. Where would you love to go if you could go someplace historical that you haven't been?
I really don't know off the top of my head.
In-N-Out Burger is one of my dad's favorite burger places. It's in California. It's just one of the first drive-ins, really.
Right. Oh, and a bit of irony.
Mm.
Jason says, based on the fact that we've got Chick-fil-A's in London now,
Yeah.
Jason says, funny thing is, the closest Chick-fil-A to him is in London over there.
Oh.
Because Canada has a city called London.
Yeah.
That's on the River Thames.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Lost River in Tibbetsbrook in New York. All right, fine, sir.
Yeah, but it is flying under the Bronx, so what do you expect?
Yeah. Well, I don't talk about the Bronx. Nobody talks about the Bronx. So the Yankees are from. But we're an island too. New York. They're an island.
Well, bits of you are or were.
Manhattan is an island.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of water around us.
Yeah, we've got islands too.
All right, calm down, Jason. Nobody's talking to you.
3, Jason. Huh, right.
Calm down, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand it. I've seen some of Buried New York, though. I do know that cities go up, like obviously. That's why we have those mud flood people, right?
Oh God, yeah. Well, Dalek says that she'd like to visit New Zealand and the UK after she goes around Australia first.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
there's a lot of Australia to go around, and being an Australian, do you think they'd let you into New Zealand?
They don't hate each other that much or rival each other that much. New Zealand is just weird, wacky. Well, not as weird and wacky as Tasmania, though.
Well,
ecosystem-wise.
Yeah, New Zealand does have all those orcs. Has all the orcs.
Oh, cute.
And hobbits.
I was talking about ecosystem-wise, like the rainy and the not rainy.
Right.
Two different halves of the same place. Weird. Tasmania is like as crazy as the Tasmanian devil cartoon character is.
Right.
It is in just its nature. It really is weird.
I thought you were going to say it's as crazy as the Bronx is.
No. I don't think Bronx is crazy. I just my place is Brooklyn, so well, Little Italy really is my place.
Right. That's Brooklyn on the Tiber, is it? I'm teasing.
There's a place called something on the Hudson. There's the Avon. We have an Avon too. Actually.
Okay. Yeah, we have an Avon, River Avon.
Yeah, I know.
In Somerset.
That's where the Bard is from.
Yeah. That area.
I'm not picking on Tasmania. I'm not. It's just you gotta say it's weird.
It's not that bad, just a bit more crazy than Victorians.
I was talking about vintage videos.
What? Don't pick on Taz.
Yeah, I'm not picking. It's an interesting place.
I think he means Taz, the Tasmanian devil.
I love Taz. I dated a guy they called Taz. That was not fun, but I like Taz. He's Looney Tunes. I love Looney Tunes. Daffy. You haven't said where you go, have you?
No, not yet. I don't know. There's
I'd like to
the
go
trouble
back
is
to Italy, quite frankly.
a lot of the places I'd like to go. I would have to go back in time as well, since
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, that's almost the beauty of some of the places in Europe. You can go to Rome and be back in time
Hmm.
with all the modern conveniences. Really, you're
Yeah, I mean-
living in that space.
yeah, I mean, something like
Greece.
looking at the
You see though.
the seven ancient wonders of the world. Aniceto.
Yeah.
Yes, bone to pick with you, sir.
Uh-oh.
Those pictures.
Don't say it like that. People are gonna wonder what the fuck you're talking about. You're up too early, baby. I've been here since the beginning. Stop.
Well, yes, we know you've been here since the beginning.
Hey.
What?
I thought we stopped that.
And just so you know, what I was meaning is
So, like the ancient wonders of the world you'd like to see?
yes, Aniceto
I'd like to
found
see the Colossus of Rhodes.
pictures.
Oh yeah, he got him in a coloring book. Simon, baby Simon, too cute. Oh, I didn't see that one. That's not cute.
Yes.
But the others were. Stop it, you, Junior. Yeah, the actual animal Taz is based on is not cuddly at all.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I'd like to see the Colossus of Rhodes. I'd like to see if it was as big as they say it was.
Yes, the Theros Alexandria.
Mm.
Great library at Alexandria.
Yeah, love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
I don't like gardens.
Mm-hmm. Whatever it is at Nineveh. Some temple there.
I think the Colossus was the one that really creeped me out. Actually, anything that big creeps me out.
Right.
Because it's just, I guess it would be turning me into a Chihuahua.
Right, because at the moment, all the remains are effectively up to about the ankle level.
If that. Like,
Yeah.
I guess if we went deep diving, we'd find the remains, right? Maybe.
Bits of it.
Like, can you imagine deep sea diving and all of a sudden you come up with a huge head? That would freak me out.
Well, if it was Cthulhu, it would freak me out too.
Oh, stop. But like, you're diving and like you go, oof. I don't know. Things like that give me the creeps as much as like an abandoned amusement park that's been reclaimed by nature. It's not supposed to be like that, you know? So.
Yeah, it's something like that. I would suspect that you wouldn't see it all at once enough for it to be a shock. You'd probably come across it. It would be
From a
across to
distance.
sea life. The water wouldn't be clear, so you'd slowly, and you'd come to slow realization of, oh, this looks like it could be a statue head, large, and then there'd be no out and out. Oh my god.
Yeah. I think that oh my god would happen if it was actually still standing. The forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, that was a pomegranate.
There are people do translate it as being a pomegranate. I mean,
no,
I think
they've translated it for as long as I know as an apple. Right. It wasn't.
Yeah, and say it's been I think mistranslated to apple for an awful long time, or deliberately
it was
translated.
A pomegranate.
Yeah.
Hi,
Irish
yeah,
do.
Chernobyl's been reclaimed by nature. Absolutely. Hi, Irish do. It's still
I
a
still
hot
wouldn't
spot,
want to go
so,
there though.
yeah. Still a hot spot. So no,
Mm.
nothing. Yeah. Although they are rebuilding in places, and I'm like, why? Why? The
Uh,
half-life alone is
fr-
not even close to being.
free thermal energy. Who knows?
I don't understand, but it's Russia. What do we know?
Yeah. Weirdly, I keep on getting a lot of shorts or YouTube clips of some dramatization of the Chernobyl event
Yeah.
come across my feed.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is it some anniversary of it happening?
I don't know. I do know that. Oh God, I felt bad for them.
Mm.
Because like radiation poisoning, getting hit with a huge dose of radiation, you don't even realize that you're dead, but you're dead. You know,
Yeah.
you're a walking corpse, literally.
Yes.
No way to stop. Like the guy who got the big dose in Los Alamos because he was playing with the Demon Core without precautions.
Mm.
Because he just got complacent. He was around it so much, you know,
Yes.
he didn't use the proper tool to take the cover off and held the cover up.
Yes.
He's using a fucking screwdriver. It slips,
Yo.
hits the core. Huge blinding light for a split second. Thankfully, the other people in the room were far enough away they didn't get the dose he did. It went right through him.
Mhm.
Like if you were looking at him, you'd see his skeleton.
Yeah.
Like irradiated him, and like there's nobody save him. He's dead already. He's
Yeah.
just still walking and talking.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Mhm.
As creepy as it gets.
Yeah. Jason says, like Simon said, free heating, no lighting required, and the carrots are 10 feet tall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then there's that one on, I forget which, was it Fukushima, the nuclear plant in Japan, had a issue after an earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Long
I don't
Island.
like nuclear energy. I
Was it
don't.
7? Was it something? Oh, was it something Mile Island?
3
Mile Island. 3 Mile Island.
I don't like nuclear energy. We have a plant near where I grew up in Connecticut too. I was surrounded by them. 3 Mile Island, thankfully, was nowhere near me when I was growing up. But there was a plant in Connecticut, one of the first ones. I don't trust it. I don't think there's any safe way to use anything nuclear. There's always gonna be waste.
Yeah.
And we can't safely dispose of that.
I think if you
I mean, we
do
could
it
just take it in space, but that's
do it
not cool.
if you do sort of nuclear power responsibly and properly, without giving it to the lowest bidder.
That's the problem. It's big business, and it will always go to the lowest bidder. There's always going to be, even with the highest bidder, people are going to be wanting to get home for the weekend and cut a corner sooner or later, or a crack will happen even with the best, most caring people.
Yeah. So you have safeguards and fail safes and what have you in place. I mean, you over engineer it a lot.
Have you ever lived near a nuclear power plant?
Define near. Probably
Would
within
you be
100
in
miles.
trouble if it went?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Depending on the
It bothers
prevailing
me
winds.
because I was, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget, the
We grew
UK
up during the Cold War.
Yeah, the UK is a lot smaller than most American states, and we do have quite a few nuclear power stations. Yeah.
I want them all taken off grid. I do. Safely. We have
I don't,
too many
because
other ways of getting energy now.
not reliable and consistent.
Yeah, we do. I think we do.
No.
Water, hydro plants work well.
Yeah.
We have, and you're surrounded by ocean, so you could work that out. We have solar that works really well now. I just don't think we need it anymore. I don't.
I think we still do, but
Okay. Your perspective.
and
That's what I love about us.
yes, Dalek, don't forget what happened in the US. An old warhead dropped.
Mhm.
Actually more than one.
Yeah.
I think South Carolina got at
Yeah,
least two.
You're not gonna really notice a difference there. I'm sorry.
They could mutate to having 5 fingers.
Or it could affect their IQ. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Mhm.
That's why some of the laws of the I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
God no, say what you're thinking.
No, I won't. I won't.
Yeah.
What?
Statistically, nuclear is still the cleanest and safest.
I have bad feelings about
It's one of those things. I mean, air travel is the safest form of travel.
it. Yeah, and people still have
But
icks about it.
if something goes poink, that's
Yeah.
150 to 300 people dead in one fell swoop.
The thing is,
Nuclear is fine, except when something goes poink, and then it's
does
a
anybody
bullshit.
remember Silkwood?
I
Karen
know I remember the names. The lady who was a whistleblower.
Karen Silkwood. She worked at a plant. She found out some secrets, and they killed her for it. They ran her off the road.
Hmm.
As she was bringing those secrets, she was a whistleblower, to the press. I don't trust the people involved in it.
Yeah.
I don't trust them.
Well, the trouble is that is the
When I
answer
say
to
no nukes, I mean all kinds of nukes.
Yeah, that's the answer to most issues. I mean, everything would be fine if there weren't people involved.
But the thing is, if something goes wrong on a solar farm, a wind farm, or hydro plant, you don't have the fallout you do from literally from
Actually, yes.
nuclear.
Yeah.
Hi, Taze.
Hi, Taze. Yeah. Dalek, I think with tongue in cheek saying,
No,
I
fuck
do not
you.
like green eggs and ham.
I don't give a fiddly fuck what you say. I don't like it.
I'm not a great fan of eggs, and I like my ham not glowing. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's most things.
You know, when people make that now, like, for fun, green eggs and ham, they always make the ham green. It wasn't the ham that was green. It was the eggs.
Eggs. Yeah.
The egg yolk.
Anicito uses hydropower where he is. I must admit, I don't know all the various sources of the power that
I don't know much about wind farms personally, but they use them a lot. So.
We've got quite a few wind farms off the south coast where I am.
Yeah. Now I don't know about those. I'm talking about in the desert. We have them.
Right.
I don't. There's a lot of people who can't stand them in the oceans because it kind of like fucks up the view, so to speak. It's weird. It's like, I don't know. I mean, they're not super ugly, but when there's a lot of them, I don't know what it looks like. Can you see them from the coastline?
You have to squint and pretty much
They
use
put them far out, right?
Yeah, which is the weird thing because the channel's not really that wide, and these things are okay. They're
they're in the channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're not miles and miles. I suppose they're 3 miles out.
Oh.
And the channel is a really busy shipping lane.
Yeah, see, that's what the problem with those are when they're in the water. Like, I don't know that you'd have anywhere to put them on land, in a small place like you.
We do have land-based wind farms.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't just be using hydro power over there. You got plenty of water around you.
I don't think we've really got that many places where there's a sufficient drop of water to generate a hydro system.
True, you wouldn't have to squint as much. You'd
Yeah,
be able to see New York from where he lives
absolutely. Yeah.
with a telescope.
Hmm.
Good enough telescope, yeah. The noise interferes with what?
The Wales's direction navigation sonar.
Really? From the wind farms?
I
See, I don't
suppose
know anything about wind farms.
I'd imagine there'll be some subsonic vibrations through the stem that the blades are attached to, which would go out into the water.
Like, they're not on the bottom of the... We can't get to the bottom of the ocean. So, how are they... Are they
floating
on anchors?
I'd say
I don't get it.
Well, they're normally coastal. They're not out in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So the surface is not that far below.
Okay, thank you. Because I watched something about like the drilling things we have, and like there's no way you could the ones that are far out, there's no you can't anchor them to the floor of the ocean floor like you can in the shallower ones, so they're basically anchored.
Yeah.
The only thing that goes down to the I guess the crust would be the actual drill, and that's because it's telescoping down. They put a length in, then another length, and another length.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning so much. So you can learn from YouTube if you watch the right stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just finding out what the right stuff is.
Yeah, not pirate shit or sovereign citizenship.
And sadly, there's a whole swathe of AI-generated stuff.
Yeah, that's bad.
Pushed out.
Mm-hmm. And there's
vast numbers.
Those educational channels that are just they get their shit and they copy from each other and they just regurgitate shit that they don't research themselves. I hate those.
Yeah, I mean, if you
gotta look into what you're watching.
Yeah, if you look at a channel and think, oh, that's interesting, informative, curious, have a look. If they produce more than about 2 or 3 videos a day, it's AI generated, and
a week.
Generally don't trust.
Humans that are not making, who are not part of a content farm, which is a corporation, can't do more than 2 to 3 a week. And if they're very informative, 1. Your dad, what?
Anisita says his dad used to make the bits for the drill heads, and he used to make the hydraulic grippers for the pipes.
Yeah, that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Once they're done with those drilling things in the ocean, unfortunately, they just abandon them, and they're reclaimed by nature. That's the problem with them. I think we should make the companies that use them take them down. Because remember that thing we watched about the wells they drill for oil on land, and how they just leave them once they've tapped out, and they release all that methane into the air. When you get the permit to drill, it should be part of the thing that you have to cap it when you're done. Leave it as you found it.
Yeah,
as much as you can.
Yes, I think that should certainly be part of the contract.
But unfortunately, some of these drill sites, the companies go bankrupt when they run out of oil. Well, plan better, assholes. They should have to put it in escrow, the amount of money they need to do it right,
Yeah.
The Victorian Coal-Fired Electricity Company? Wow. I was thinking about that, but they're very dangerous. Like, if there's a way to build them up to be safe, but they're very far out,
How about for prisoners instead?
that would be better. Make them prisons. Homeless, they're too far away from any kind of resources they might need. Like, you can make them small cities, but would they be any good? No. You shouldn't punish homeless people. Prisoners, however, I don't care. They got too good. They can go to they can get a PhD for free. Prisoners. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, great news about that gay couple that adopted those two boys just to abuse them. That's all I'll say about that. They're both got 100 years in prison. I found out that at least one is having the kindness he bestowed upon the children given back to him in a way he would not like every day.
Reap as you shall sow, or whatever.
Yeah. It's pretty good. The source is pretty reliable. That he's not enjoying his stay at the Gray Bar Hotel. So if he's not, I'm sure the other one isn't either.
I'm sure if I could give a toss, my heart would bleed for him. But
I thought that was the greatest news I'd heard in a long time. I was very happy to hear that. Prison justice, that's right. So yeah, I get it, Tyler. I just don't even understand the evil some men can do. And by men I mean humans.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You live in what? Yeah, it's good.
Anacito lived on an oil rig for 6 months and he got paid $1,100 a week for not working as a welder's assistant.
What?
Back in the early 2000s.
What do you mean not working as I do know that they get paid a lot because it's dangerous work. It's dangerous. Just walking on one of those platforms is dangerous because you got the sea spray, which makes the metal wet, and the oil is everywhere. Makes it slippery. So together, it's dangerous to walk around even. You heard Sarah's so-called dad got hurt in the British. Yeah, well, too bad. You mean Sarah Boone?
Don't know which Sarah you mean.
I don't either.
And Anacito says he's there in case something broke.
Hey, $1,100 a week.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, for stuff like that, you need people there. So just in case, because if something goes wrong, you want it fixed really quickly.
Had fun in the canteen, yeah, but you did, honey. But you have fun anywhere you go. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can make friends anywhere. You just got that personality.
Like says the oil rigs are safer than that, but
yeah,
they're less safe than a lot of places.
Certainly. Oh yeah, and it's not like there's big walls on the going around them. You slip and fall. That's a big fucking fall.
Yeah, and as Anacito says, there's some unique hazards.
Yeah. It's not easy work. Deep sea, like diving, to repair things is also very dangerous work. They live in, like they stay down there for days on end, sometimes weeks, and then they come up and they gotta be in the depressor thing for a while. I mean, and there have been some catastrophic accidents at depth. Cause I can't imagine, like, cause the claustrophobic feel, like they stay in a dive bell. It's tiny in there, you know. There's 2, 3 guys in there. Can't imagine the smell. Oh.
And it'd be better if there's 2 or 3 women.
Nobody should be under the water that deep. Emergency drop. Those are weird. Like, it's got to be one hell of a ride. But if they flip badly, like, oh, ouch. Looks like a bit of fun though. Not a little 10-year-old.
Saoirse saying the Sarah apparently is a 10-year-old girl that was murdered by her parents, and they tried to flee, but were captured and now in prison.
Good.
And he got sliced by a tin can.
Oh no.
My heart bleeds for
Oh
him.
no. Too bad. There's a lot of people I don't. I'm still waiting to hear on Daryl Brooks's fate. We'll say. I'm hoping he's released to Gen Pop and gets his
just desserts.
Thank you. I almost said something that'll get me in trouble. Let's say it was in a movie from the 80s and 90s with Denzel.
Eludes me.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. It's just not
not
nice.
The Equalizer, I assume.
No, way before that. The same movies like King Kong Got Nothing on Me.
Not got a clue.
No, yeah, if he's in Gen Pop, that's where they'll get him. He's in protective custody now. Solitary, sort of. Got his own little private place. He doesn't get to go into Gen Pop for, rec or anything because too many people want to kill him. Hurt him. I hope they don't kill him right away. I want them to hurt him. And then kill him. But I haven't heard anything about an appeal from him. I just don't think there. I mean, we know there's nothing to appeal. The lawyer they gave him said there's nothing to appeal. He couldn't, in good faith, file an appeal. So now he either has to hire somebody or do it himself.
He got done for the driving his car into that Christmas parade in Walkinshaw.
Yeah, over 1,000 years. Yeah.
Didn't he? There was another pending case from somewhere else.
Yeah, that was a run from Milwaukee. For,
did that actually go anywhere?
Yeah, he got done for that too.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. For when he ran over his girlfriend.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether that had actually progressed anywhere.
Yeah. He pled to it, actually.
Right. That seems very unlike him.
Yeah. No, well, he's trying to build goodwill up with the judiciary. Look like he's level-headed after the performance he gave. You should have seen him in the plea. He was none of the sovereign citizenship at all. And so they sentenced him, but even the judge said it really means nothing because he's never getting out anyway. But he sentenced him to the max because even while being symbolic, it's justice for the victim, so there's that. I hope so too, Alec. But yeah, and I believe the time for the well, he filed that he wanted an appeal, but he's running out of time. So I just
Yeah, because
there's no way he can do it. Now Sarah Boone, however, already has an appeal attorney.
Right.
Because
yeah, because
they're
there's
stupid.
there's a time limit on entering
Yeah.
an appeal, isn't there?
Well, he gave in the paper saying he was. You have 42 days after sentencing for that.
Mhm.
And he did that part. So now he has, to submit what it is. Back in, he can stall, but he has no help with it. None. So there's that. Because the court appointed attorney, as I said, found nothing appealable. Because
Mhm.
they can't just, oh, this happened, or they have to find something because they're officers of the court. They have ethical obligations.
Mhm.
Yeah, I bet he was mad. But Sarah Boone, unfortunately, already has somebody. As I said, another volunteer kook. Stupid. And I don't know what they're gonna appeal about on that one either.
Presumably, he's a potentially better lawyer than her
Oh yeah,
previous.
her last one was an asshole, and I think that's part of it. They're saying that he wasn't a good representative for her.
Right.
He's incompetent.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I think is a fucking fine how you do.
I can understand having that
It's a strategy.
incompetent representation or whatever the technical term is, but she hired him. It's her bloody fault.
She didn't hire him. He was a
Or-
volunteer.
Yeah, but no, she took him on.
Yeah, well, he was all she
So
had.
it was her choice to use him. So I think she loses
And
any
he
possibility.
lost a hell of
for
a
that.
lot of money doing it. He had to fly up there for all the hearings. He hired all the people. Like everybody was doing it for free, and they out of pocket. The hotels he stayed at, everything was out of pocket. That's on them, though. They're assholes.
Yeah.
Or true believers. I don't know. And I don't mean in her. I mean in judicial system, the laws,
Yeah.
and how everybody needs a representative.
So
No.
I don't know what grounds she could claim an appeal on. I think the ineffective
Besides the
representation
ineffective counsel,
that won't fly in my eyes, but the
she's
law is a strange
trying
thing.
again to put forth the battered woman's probably.
Mhm.
She hinted at a couple of different things. And he did too, the lawyer, before he left. There was something that happened in the end of the trial. That is the judge did cure the problems, but it is something they could bring up on appeal. Absolutely. And that's the problem.
Right.
So nobody will overturn the verdict for that, though. It was because that judge did what he had to do to cure the problem. He absolutely did. He gave them time. He offered them more time. He gave them he did what he had to do. There was nothing unfair about her trial. It was more fair than she deserved, let's face it. There was a video. She made a video. Oh, that reminds me, that one I told you about before we went live, he made a video of what he did too. What is this? Everybody has a video of everything they do nowadays, including murder?
Yeah.
What the fuck, guys?
I don't
If
know.
I get bad customer service, I've got to start recording because God forbid. It's depressing.
Yes, there's some
Human
very strange
interaction.
people out there.
Human interaction can't occur unless somebody's filming anymore. And we had kind of a hint about it with Madonna's Truth or Dare back in the day. Does anybody remember that?
I remember
That
Madonna.
movie?
That's about it.
That video blog of a movie she made where
Nope.
Warren Beatty, who she was dating at the time, said, "You don't want to live off camera. It's ridiculous." She showed us the way. She was ahead of her time with that one. Because now that's all we see are
Yeah.
these narcissists who want to live in front of the camera. I don't understand it,
What's that old saying? Pictures or it didn't happen.
right? There was a woman. Tell me how you'd feel as her boyfriend. Her boyfriend said he didn't want to live with her. No, you
Okay.
can't move into my house. And she went on the internet. And that's basically her social media, talking about every little problem they have. Why would anybody want to be in a relationship with her or marry her? You talk about everything on social media. Or like business owners now, a bakery who goes on and says, this customer, I had to block this customer. Tell me if I was right or if they were. And they tell the story about what their interaction with this customer. What the fuck that's not, nobody wants to be put on blast like that. Why do you think that person would ever come back to you? After you've just told
Yeah.
the world, basically, what is wrong with people? Ah.
Yeah.
Hendry?
Yeah. So, Type says, how about Hendry, also known as Afro Boy? He's an annoying little person. Yeah, he's begging for 30K to pay for a lawyer for his appeal, but the court appointed a public defender.
He's got a court-appointed lawyer.
Hmm.
That's good. A lot of court-appointed lawyers are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Not all. Here they suck, but hey. Yeah, am I the yeah, right?
Hmm.
If you have to ask that, you are the asshole. Aw. Of course.
And well done, Dalek, for
Treats are
getting
priority.
Naya's treats. And yes,
Treats are
I'm
always a
sure she does
priority.
remind you. Yeah.
I know Cap is always like, his cat wakes him up, and if he's late for breakfast, she gives him that side eye all day.
Mhm.
I love animals. Life is just better with animals. It really is.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Why don't
Bacon,
you have one?
beef.
You could have one if you wanted. Why don't you, babe?
You
go out too much, you think, or something?
Well, if I was to get an animal, it would have been a dog. But when I would have been of a mind to have a pet, I was working, and I would not leave an animal unattended for 8 hours a day.
But what about
So,
now?
I'm just not of a mindset to have a dog. I'd still like one, but I just know it's impractical.
A pet? What? What's
Pet
that?
woodlouse.
I don't know what that is, but
It's a little bug.
oh no, thank you. I didn't know you were still here. Yeah.
I think he probably walked home from the gym by now.
Yeah, Omari. I was just talking about how you get reminded for breakfast every morning.
Mhm.
You'll sit and roll over for a treat? Okay. Of course.
Pictures or it didn't happen to happen.
Oh, no, thank you. No pictures. No pictures. It didn't happen. The puppers needed to go outside, of course.
Right. Yeah, he just got home and is eating lunch. And Jason says,
No more.
Probably known as a pill bug.
Can you stop? I said no more.
It's just a name.
I don't care. You know I have problems with that. You all do. Why? I was gonna say let's wrap it up anyway.
I've been going almost 2 hours.
I have to pee.
Thank you for sharing. No, it's okay, Dalek. You can keep Kylie the blue healer, but thank you for the offer. And Sorsha says she's happy with her Jareth. He gets her through the days since she's jobless since last year.
Yeah. No matter how dark times get, somewhere in the world, there's a dog trying to make it all better. Or animal in general. An elephant, being like, we saw a video of 3 elephants walking slowly, making a bunch of noise to lead a blind elephant.
Yeah.
That's an animal. Animals are much better than us. Remember that.
Some of them are.
What isn't?
Well,
'Cause at the end of the day, they're wild animals.
a
Just
tiger
doing
shark.
what animals do. It's an animal doing what animals do.
Yeah.
Sharks have gotten a bum rap because of Jaws. They really have.
Mm.
They're pretty fucking amazing. They've been
Well,
around since
Great whites certainly have, but there are
dinosaurs. They're
other
living dinosaurs.
Mm.
You know. So I'm gonna go.
Right.
Because yeah. Blind cow. Yeah. Oh, I love cows. Cows are adorable too.
Mm.
Yeah. You've worked everywhere, Ancito. It's crazy. That's from my shrink. All right.
Right.
We're in time, my shrink.
So we're
Must be 6 o'clock because that's when his reminders come.
yes. Yeah.
I tell him every time I talk to him, dude, do something about your reminders. They wake me up normally.
No, they don't. 'Cause you're not asleep.
I normally am.
I doubt.
But I'm just
Thank you, Captain Cactus.
all right. I guess we'll wrap it up, my dear.
Right. Okie dokie.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I had a great time.
Indeed. Yeah.
Listen.
Nice to see you all. And whatever time of day it is for you, thank you for making time.
1400 where Sorsha is.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it where Dalek is?
Night,
right?
1:30 Wednesday is where Dalek is.
Wait, I can tell you because I have Brisbane on my world clock. I will tell you right now. It's 11:01 p.m. there. Wow. Perfect time. It's 2:01 p.m. in Rome.
Yep.
And Toronto, it's 8:01.
Hi, Irish. You just caught us as we're about to.
Baby. Why did you come in when we're leaving?
Just as we're about to leave, I'm afraid.
Baby. But we'll be doing I would guess we'd be doing a bingo by the end of the week, we'll say. Keep an eye out. 5 a.m. where Anaceto is. Yeah, he's an hour behind me. So there's that.
Right.
Now that we know what everybody's doing and what time it is for it's midnight where you are, Dalek? But it said Brisbane's 11. Are you in a different time zone than Taipan?
I think she is, yes.
Yeah. All right.
She's in New South Wales.
Thank you. I have Taipan's. You live near Anne Reardon. How to cook that. All right then. Thanks for coming. You'll be in Ireland next week. Nice. Well, not nice, but not the reason's not nice, but you'll see your family at least.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you in a little while, Irish. I need some sleep, and I need to.
Yes.
And then I'll talk to you all later.
Just do them in the right order.
Thanks. Needed that. I'm so glad that I have him to put me right.
It's
Daylight
the hard,
saving-
it's a terrible job, but somebody has to do it.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Anyways, thanks for
Right.
coming. Have a great day wherever you are, or nice sweet sleep if you're at the end of your day. And for those who are just starting their day, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm just gonna get a couple hours.
Right.
Because I haven't gone to sleep yet. So yeah.
Good night, good day, good morning, good evening, good
Go
God,
away.
goodbye.
Go away now.
Bye.